Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily video of PIB analysis. Today is 5th of February and some important data, and before that these are the numbers. You can call on these numbers and you can ask for pen drive courses by StudyIQ created by experts and these selected people, and certainly they are going to help you in this crucial time when exams are approaching. So call soon. Data is from Ministry of Culture regarding the Sangeet Natak Academy Awards. These awards are given annually, and this time the award for 2017 year is being given to 42 artists. This Sangeet Natak Academy is actually National Academy for Music, Dance and Drama, and it is the autonomous body of the Ministry of Culture. So remember, these bodies are very important, which are autonomous bodies of some ministry or something like that, or any kind of a nodal agency or something like that. These are mostly asked in UPSC, and you see all these categories are there, where in music 11 artists are given, in dance 9 eminent artists are being given this Sangeet Natak award, in theatre 9, and especially in traditional folk, tribal music and dance theatre. So it is about mainly protecting and appreciating the identity of India. You see, artists, they don't have anything limited or a regional or something like that, because art is global. Art is for whole humanity, but certainly these particular arts, these particular cultures are giving an identity to our country. So that's why these become very important, and for the UPSC examination these are the most important things. And Academy Award, as it is called in Hindi, has been conferred since 1952, and two people, Sandhya Puresha and Vijay Verma, they are given this Academy Award for 17 in fields of overall contribution in the performing arts. So performing arts are again very important, and it carries 1 lakh rupees, Angavastram, that is the shawl that is given, and the Tamrapatra, or the particular shield. Next, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs data, Shahri Samriddhi Utsav. This is regarding Shahri, that means urban area. That's why initiative of Ministry of Urban Affairs and Housing Ministry, and the aim is to extend the outreach of Deen Dayal Antyodaya Mission, Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana's urban livelihood mission component, because it has two components. One is rural and one is urban. Rural one is NRLM, livelihood mission for rural people, and NULM means for urban livelihood mission. And you see, urban people who are more educated and who are not employed in some kind of agriculture or something, they are actually in a greater need of employment, because expenses are more with cities, and they need much more employment. Employment opportunities are also huge in comparison to the rural areas in urban areas. So that's why these job melas which are organized under it, these are very important, and this particular component was launched across the country. So not in a limited area or any particular state, across the country it is being celebrated, and mainly women and self-help groups, they are appreciated here a lot, because self-help groups with MSME sector, they are major employment giver and major livelihood giver to these poor people. That's why these are very important stakeholders under it. Next, Swachh Bharat Mission, urban Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana, urban component, Ujjwala Yojana for LPG, Jan Dhan Yojana for banking, and Suraksha Bima Yojana, and this Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, they were launched in 2014 both, and Nutrition Mission launched in 2018, and this Jan Dhan Yojana was in 2014, Ujjwala Yojana was in 2016. These particular schemes, they are also implemented through this Shahri Samriddhi Utsav scheme Yojana, means they are in a linked to this Shahri Samriddhi Utsav. So anyhow, holistically, in a combined manner and as a collective effort, these all are going on as a message. Next, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, which is the same ministry which launched the most important scheme of Ujjwala LPG Yojana, Pradhanmantri Ujjwala Yojana. Okay, and this was regarding the Asia LPG Summit, which is happening for 2019 year as WLPGA, okay, especially for LPG, and here the minister talked about all these issues regarding the urban spaces, the Awas Yojana, and drinking water, bank accounts, Jan Dhan Yojana, LPG. All these things are important support for urban and rural both spheres. But you see, the most important one under this ministry is Pradhanmantri Ujjwala Yojana. There was a target of 5 crore beneficiary, and when 1600 rupees per person was allocated, and those people are given this connection for free without any deposit. And at first it was on the basis of socio-economic caste census data, but later they removed this particular condition, and now this is a universal scheme. All poor people, poor households are eligible for this, and they revised the target of 5 crore people to 8 crore people now. Okay, 8 crore families now. So it is going to be a total game changer in especially in the rural areas, because there these people are using this polluting fuel. Okay, so LPG connections are now available to 90% of population in India. Earlier in 2014 it was around 50%, 50 to 55% for people, and now when it has come to 90% coverage of the people, and 80% of these people are coming back for the second refilling. That's important. After implementation of this Pradhanmantri Ujjwala Yojana, India has become the second largest importer of the LPG. That's really huge, and many multilateral agencies, international agencies, they have hailed this particular scheme. This is a total game changer schemes. And there are Ujjwala Panchayats where they give their valuable feedbacks for this particular scheme, and one largest direct benefit transfer scheme, that is PEHL. This PEHL initiative is for this LPG scheme, where the subsidy is directly transferred in the Jan Dhan bank accounts of the people. So that's why it's a game changer when subsidy is going to be transferred directly to their accounts. So that's why it's important. And one more Give It Up campaign. It was launched by Prime Minister of India, and he requested to Indian people that please give up your subsidy, LPG subsidy, if you can, and it would be voluntary, and it is going to help many poor people of this country. So that's why crores of the families, crores of people, they gave up their LPG subsidy. So that was a game changer again. Next, data from Ministry of Defense. From the exam point of view, only thing that is important, that is the report of Shekatkar committee. This particular committee gave its report regarding enhancing combat compatibility capability and rebalance defense expenditure of India. Okay, you see the problem of defense acquisition and less funds and less expenditure from India's side on the defense. It was not the less expenditure actually, but the mismanagement of this expenditure and more control of the bureaucracy and all. So these were the troubles. So Shekatkar committee has given this report in December 2016. So in the examination, this is important that they are going to ask you that Shekatkar committee is related to which ministry, or for which particular thing or aim they gave this report, or they constituted this committee, Shekatkar committee. He is a Lieutenant General retired. Okay, so he is the chairman. So this is all important, and it is regarding the ordnance, ammunition, and all these technicalities of defense sector. Okay, next data is regarding scholarships for girls, and it is by Ministry of HRD. The data is by Ministry of HRD, so it is mainly for the education of the girl child. You see one important scheme, that is National Scheme for Incentive to Girls for Secondary Education, to get them complete their secondary education anyhow, and especially the girls of SC/ST communities with whom the dropout ratio is very high. They are enrolled into a school education, they come to school once and twice, but later their parents or their family, or maybe they themselves, they withdraw. So that is the issue. So anyhow they should be incentivized, they should complete their secondary education. For that, this particular national scheme of incentive to girls is giving financial assistance. They are going to deposit 3,000 rupees in the name of eligible unmarried girls as a fixed deposit. You see so many things they are aiming here, that girls should not marry at early age. That's why unmarried girls condition is there, and when she is going to get enrollment in the class 9, then this money would be deposited as a fixed deposit in her account, and after she completes her 10th class, then she is going to be able to withdraw this particular fixed deposit of 3000 rupees plus interest. Okay, and one more condition, that she should complete 18 years of age. That's important. And this scheme is onboarded on National Scholarship Portal NSP since 1516. So mainly the SC/ST community girls are being targeted here. And apart from that, the Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, these are residential schools for girls. Okay, here the condition of SC/ST is removed and all girls are covered under it who are enrolled in the class 9 in any state or any UT's government. Next, CBSE is also giving a particular scholarship scheme to girls, where for some parents only one child, and that is a girl child. So for that meritorious single girl, CBSE is giving this particular merit scholarship, and it is going to be 500 rupees per month to single girl child. Okay, but the condition is she should secure 10th class with at least 60% of marks or 6.2 CGPA. Okay, next, Ministry of HRD and under it the Department of Higher Education, not school education, higher education, is implementing the central sector scheme. Means 100% fund is coming from the center. So central sector scheme of scholarship for college and university students, and it is going on since 2008. It's not a new scheme. Ministry of HRD's scheme. Okay, and central sector scheme. And Department of Higher Education DHE is implementing this, where under the scheme financial assistance is provided to meritorious students whose family income of less than 8 lakh rupees per year, and for pursuing higher studies this financial assistance is given, and 50% of this particular scholarships would be earmarked for girls. So it is divided between boys and girls in with 50-50 percentage. Okay, so both are benefited out of it. And one more, by UGC, you know, many things are being talked about UGC, that they are going to scrap it, it is no more able to fund these institutions and all. So these schemes which are being implemented by UGC, that one is postgraduate Indira Gandhi Scholarship, and as the name says that it is for the postgraduate education. And UGC is also implementing Swami Vivekananda Single Girl Child Fellowship for research in social sciences. So social science and Swami Vivekananda, remember this. Next, by UGC only, postdoctoral fellowship for women for providing financial assistance to selected candidates for pursuing research, and it should be a full-time regular basis in any university, institute or college. Okay, so these all schemes are being run by UGC, but the problem with UGC is that it is going to be scrapped by government, and one new agency, regulating agency, would be set up for the higher education. So that is going to be a problem with these schemes also, that how they are going to implement it later. Next, the Pragati Scholarship, it is by AICTE, the Technical Education All India Council, that rates these engineering colleges and all. So mainly for the technical education, you see 4,000 scholarships are granted annually on one girl per family basis. In a family, one girl would be given this scholarship, and the family income should be less than 6 lakh rupees or less. Okay, so AICTE is giving this, and to boost the girls in technical education, that is very, very important. So because the ratio for girls and boys is very, very less in the technical education, that's why they want more girls to join these technical courses. And apart from that, tuition fee of 30,000 rupees or at actual whichever is less, and 2,000 rupees per month for 10 months would be given as financial assistance under this particular Pragati Scholarship. So Pragati is for the technical education, remember this. Next data is regarding digitization of schools across the country. This is going on by Ministry of HRD, and you see there is one great scheme, that is Samagra Shiksha scheme, which is subsuming three important previously run schemes of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which was very, very important in its age, and Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan for the secondary education and for the teacher education. So three schemes are being subsumed under this Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, and from year 18-19 it is going on, and under this centrally sponsored scheme, this is going to be a centrally sponsored scheme, and these schemes were also centrally sponsored, means there is going to be a ratio of center versus state. Okay, and ICT component, because it is for the digitization of the education. So ICT component is the most important one here. And so far this much number, 1,80,000 upper primary, secondary, senior secondary schools have been approved for coverage, and mainly they are going to be 6th to 12th class. Okay, so they are being covered and their whole system is being digitized. Next, apart from that, ICT in educational curriculum for school system, it is being run by NCERT. That is going on, where 588 Navodaya Vidyalaya, they are also covered. An e-Pathshala scheme, that is also developed by NCERT, where these e-courses are available for free. And a national repository for open education resources, that is a different one, and it is not by NCERT. NCERT is running these two important ones, e-Pathshala and ICT in educational curriculum. NROER is at national level and OER would be at state level. Okay, so that's important. And here they are going to create a repository of open education. Total courses are going to be digitized here, and it is covering the teacher education also. Okay, and all stages of school, these are covered under it. And as I told you, national repository would be at national level, and the direction is given to states that they are going to create OERs at their state level. Okay, next, these are MCQs. Try them, put their answer in the comment section, and the PDFs I'm going to upload here on my Facebook group and the Telegram channel of StudyIQ. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Sani. Send me the request. I would approve. Thanks a lot.